Millions of families and professionals will touch the child welfare system this year alone, and it's the same every year. And this is the truth. Our system is complicated, it's confusing, and it's difficult to navigate. I'm your host, Shanelle Dupree, and this is Navigating Child Welfare. Because I don't know anyone who has navigated a system confused and has achieved the best possible outcome. And the outcomes are not just simple metrics. We're talking about families, we're talking about communities, and we're talking about impacting generations. So hug your loved ones a little bit tighter and let's dive in to make connections, gain clarity, and navigate the child welfare system well. I am a part of a nonprofit. As a part of our nonprofit, we have a dashboard that we are providing for our local community, and we have these different trainings. And so the idea was that we wanted to make this dashboard accessible not only in English, but also in Spanish. And we have an excellent individual who goes around and presents in Spanish this dashboard to the Spanish speaking population. It's a great asset, all the things. Well, she asked me to come to a presentation, and of course, that would be amazing. It was actually at the Mexican consulate. I had never been. I thought, I'm going, let's do this. And so I found my way to the Mexican consulate, and I'm sitting in this presentation, and everyone is so friendly, and she begins delivering the presentation in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, right? And although I literally developed this presentation and she translated it, I had no idea what she was saying. I had a clue, context, I saw the pictures, I saw the graphs, but I don't speak the language. And I was in that room, but I kind of felt like I don't know why I'm in this room. I can't contribute anything. I can't answer any questions. I can't really engage with anyone on any really type of meaningful level because I don't speak the language. And when we think about the child welfare system, whether we realize it or not, there is a language that comes with child welfare. There are acronyms, there are terms that are not common, that are only really known within the child welfare system. And when we create an environment where people who do not speak the language are not ever provided a glossary of definitions, where we don't ever like slow down and just like translate and say the thing that we're shortening, then it creates a space where people don't feel like they're a part of the process. And that's not a good feeling, especially when the process that you're supposed to be a part of involves your family, especially when the process that you're a part of involves the work that you do. Because whether we realize it or not, people who are new to this work have a large learning curve that they need to wade through. People who are volunteering for this work have a large learning curve that they have to wade through. How can we make it easier? It's kind of like your first day at work. And I remember my first day when I worked at the department at a social service agency where I live, and I just got all this information, and I knew I'm not going to remember most of these things. I just need to remember who I need to come to ask about it when it comes up, when I'm revisiting it in my kind of normal course of action. And in a way, that's what we can provide to families, that's what we can provide to staff, that's what we can provide to volunteers. And when I was representing parents and children and caregivers in the child welfare system, I saw that. I saw that people are sitting in these courtrooms and they have no idea, right? They're coming up to me afterward for what just happened, like an interpretation of what just happened. And I dream of creating environments where people understand clearly what's happening without having to be a veteran, right? Without having to been at this for a while. So when I created this class, 12 years ago, one of the things that we did was provide a glossary of court-approved definitions so that we could clearly explain what things meant as I'm talking about adjudication or disposition or a GAL, which is a guardian ad litem, and other states call it an ad litem, or they may call it something else. Or what is a CASA? Well, it stands for a court appointed special advocate. So this glossary was really a a tool that could be used, a comfort mechanism that could be used, where someone knew that they always had something to reference back to. And so when I taught these classes, that's one of the things that I gave them, this glossary of court approved definitions. I worked with the courts just to make sure that we were aligned and we were clear. I was looking at the law and making sure that that was in line. But we can interpret things in a way where people understand them. It doesn't have to be so technical. It doesn't have to be so hard, and it can be clear. And that's what we did. And just really proud of that work and really excited about the work that's going forward. So as I continue to not only provide these classes and workshops for parents, like I did, picture of the child welfare system for parents, for youth who are involved in the system, for staff who are involved in the system, and for partners who are involved in the system, whether that's in a volunteer mechanism, whether that is our medical community, our mental health community. There's so many other systems that are involved in child welfare. We have to make sure that we're understanding one another, because it's too important not to understand. And when people understand something, they function better, right? They feel like they have some control. They feel like they have some power in it. And you do, because you can begin to ask better questions. And so I just want to encourage anyone who's listening, whatever space or positioning that you're in, think about when you first started. What did you need in order to feel a part of something so that you can participate fully and be deeply engaged? What did you need to feel engaged in something that was new to you? What would be helpful? And then do that for someone else. Our mission is to simplify systems and connect communities. If you are interested in learning more about the Sinking Child Welfare Program, click the link in the show notes to stay updated. I'm excited to stay connected to you.